live.
I don't know if we're going to have anybody in the chat.
That's
Hello.
okay. Hi,
Happy
everybody.
Sunday,
Yes.
everyone. It's been like a hot minute since we've done one of these creative.
Right. And if you're in the
it's
US,
actually been a hot minute since we've done a live stream.
it has been.
Hasn't it?
Yeah, we haven't done one for about 3 weeks, maybe 4.
Slackers.
I know. I love doing live streams though, and I don't know why we don't do them more often.
Oh, look, we have an
we got
John.
Em and John are in the chat. Hi, Em and John. How are you? It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Anyway, I just wish you were here. Wait. You just might be.
Just might be.
So anyway, today we're doing a little chat with our little creator friends, and we're going to talk about the highs and the lows of being YouTube creators because, it is not as...
Sarah and Steven, hi, how are you guys?
See, I know we make it look really easy. I know we do. Yeah.
Do we?
Yeah. It's not.
There's a lot of work involved.
I know. I got to like keep my appearance up and look good because I'm on camera,
Oh, yeah.
Kelly doesn't have to work hard at that, but I do.
So, yeah, we're going to we have special guests.
Yes, we do.
Today. We're all about the couples today.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's all couple channels.
We'll have to do that on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we will. It's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's start bringing our people
Let's
back.
bring our people in.
First up, we have, of course, we cannot do a live stream without
Emma and John. Yay.
Hi, guys. I feel like it's been forever since we've seen your faces.
It's not been that long, really, though.
It's only been a month.
I know, but
2
months. I know it's been 2 months since our cruise, but it seems like forever.
Another cruise then.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, me too. It's been what?
Bob says he's ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready.
Okay, immediately.
Let's go start looking.
I'm already looking.
Yeah.
I'm already looking. I have been. I don't tell Kelly though, because then she starts adding things to it. And I got to do, something first to get what I'm comfortable with so I can say no.
But how about this?
What?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go. Let's get, the next guest in here. Yeah.
We have like a US versus UK situation.
We kind of do. Well,
so let's balance out the US with Chris and Melinda.
Oh,
hey guys.
Hello, guys.
Hi. Good. How you all doing?
Good. So you guys are in the midst of like home remodeling, right? And
Yeah,
we're trying.
Okay.
The contractors, it's like they won't come back. We don't know why they don't like us.
They're supposed to call me last week and they haven't called.
Yeah. So
what have you done, Chris? Were you mean to them?
I didn't call them back right away.
I even called them. They're like, yeah, no problem. I'm like, well, we'll call Chris in a week. And nothing.
No, nothing.
So yeah, Chris and Melinda let us know earlier that they are in the middle of a snowstorm. So if
2 feet so far.
If they happen, Jesse, hi, how are you?
Jesse should know all about this.
Yeah, Jesse is our local weather or national weather person. So if Chris and Melinda happen to disappear, it's because of the
Snow.
Yeah.
Last night we were sitting by the couch.
Oh.
And something happened. There was big flashes outside.
Like bright green colors. We think it was our transformers. It was weird.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm looking down the street and here there was a fire truck. They had the road blocked off. So
just call it the Northern Lights.
Yeah, just the Northern Lights.
If it was green, just tell everybody you saw Northern Lights.
So let's balance out our US UK team.
Oh yeah, wait before we put them on
All
there.
right.
Let's give them a little bit of superlatives here because they are
new guests.
They are from across the pond, like Emma and John.
And first time guests with us. So they don't even know us really. They're like, what have we gotten into?
We've been watching them, following them on their channel, the blokes from Stoke.
Yes.
And they are Disney fans, as we are, and
big travelers.
And Virgin Cruise.
Yes.
And yes, they are really awesome people.
So we are happy to have new friends. Tom and Paul.
Yay!
Hi guys.
Hi, how are you? You said something about big flashes. Well, here we are.
Yeah, right on. So guys, why don't you guys introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about you for our people that are in our chat?
Yeah.
Oh, go on, you go first. Oh, okay. Hi everybody. It's very nice to be here. Nice to be talking to the camera and not having work on the other end. So I'm Paul, one half of the blokes. I've lived in Staffordshire and Stoke-on-Trent all my life. and we met 13 years ago.
Wow.
May.
Yeah.
So where did I meet you?
And I'm from Blackpool up north of it. Well, I used to live in Blackpool up north of England, originally from Scotland, and I've been living in Stoke for 5 years after a long distance relationship. I'm a teacher, and we started our YouTube journey over a year ago.
Just over a year ago. Yeah.
Craziness how fast you guys have grown.
I know you guys have really just skyrocketed.
Can we just say right now that you suck, but we love you?
I'm here to take notes and learn. So
whatever.
No, please just take that with a joke, because we adore you guys and we're so happy that you're here. But you guys have grown so fast. We are jealous. So
it's meteoric rise.
Yes, it's been amazing. It's been amazing to watch
crazy.
your journey over the past year. So
we've had that we were coasting along quite a lot when we documented trips, and it was kind of a big deal for us to put ourselves kind of out there on that platform. I mean, the Instagram thing was something we started doing during lockdown, just to kind of connect with people and have a bit of common ground with folk, and that started to grow, didn't it? And then we just thought, should we take the plunge? And we bought a camera, didn't we? And we thought, if we're going to do it, we'll do the Virgin trip, because that will be brand new and it'll be something that lots of people want to know about. But yeah, it's just kind of coasted along, and then only really in April of this year, when Florida went on, that things kind of really started picking up. So
the Virgin Cruise was the first one that you actually vlogged.
Yeah, that's the first thing. So if you notice, like, the introductions, that the levels are all like really high. It's like a real boom, boom, boom. It's like Saturday night around the
that was Virgin
around the car park.
It's disco night, yeah.
So even
around the car park.
Hi, Carly and Stacy.
You guys
how are
know
you
how to
guys?
party.
Yeah, and we watched you very first. I think that's how we actually found you guys. Was we watched her because we were interested in Virgin Cruises.
Yeah,
we found your channel and started watching.
And we were looking for information on Virgin.
So, and saw how much of a great time that you guys had, and pretty much sold us on the Virgin Cruise. So congratulations on all of your channel success. That's fantastic.
I mean, Emma and John, we were watching you guys. Probably you were one of the first people that we sat and watched when we started our kind of watching our YouTube vlogs and that travel days and your travel days before we kind of really committed to Instagram and things like that. So you were some of the people that we really got into and thought, this is great to watch, and and thank you for being so lovely. You've put so many lovely comments out on our videos and things as well. So we're really grateful for the support.
I genuinely love your videos, so it makes no difference to me.
That's why the community is such great. Everyone's just
yeah.
Hi, Ellie. How are you? Oh, we have some awesome people in our chat.
We got
today,
some good people in the chat. And Mickey Scousers, those are up around you guys.
Those are your people.
Northern England, like Liverpool.
Thank you.
So Emma and John, tell us about what's been going on with you guys. You guys have been having really good success with your shorts lately.
We've been lucky.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you how to do it. I don't understand it.
So,
does Louis have an Instagram page? Because he needs one.
People are not here to see us. They're here to see Louis for sure.
Look at the little dog in Melinda's
I know.
Mindy.
That's Mindy. And Tom and Paul, you have a dog as well, don't you?
He is here.
He's lying here sleeping.
He's doing what he does best.
He's making sure that we stay in line, right? He's
trying to be a draft excluder at the minute. So
that's handy.
It's cold.
We'll get him on a bit late. He's a bit like me. He's a bit shy.
Yeah, whatever. Shy. I don't think that word belongs with you in any way, shape, or form.
No.
Hi, Kurt, King Daddy. How are you doing?
I'm not Sorry.
He's sleeping. I thought he was supposed to be off call by now. Okay.
He just forgot to
Hi, Jody. It's so good to see you guys. I feel like we haven't seen Kurt and Jody yet. We haven't seen you guys in forever.
I know.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Oh, cool.
So, Chris and Melinda, you just bought a new camera.
Oh,
About that.
Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, it's my fault, so I'll tell the story.
Okay.
We bought it. We tested it out, played with it, but then I was charging it, left it on the arm of the chair, and it stayed there for a while. Well, it kind of fell.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
I touched it once.
And the way it hit,
Oh no!
It looked like when I turned it back on, everything was fuzzy. It was saying it doesn't recognize the lens.
Oh, no.
I think it fell and landed on the lens and jammed the lens back in there. So it's coming back
It's
from
come back.
Sony.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
no!
So
Oh, did you
But,
get a
first of-
ZV1?
They got a
First-
Sony. What? It wasn't a ZV1, was it?
ZVE10.
E10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Paul and Tom, if you would have put the blokes from Stoke in your little name there, I would have known who you were.
Oh,
That's okay.
That's why you guys look familiar.
we were like, we
like,
just
I've
didn't know that
seen
we
you
should.
guys
Sorry.
before.
It's right behind him.
We thought we
Somebody was blocking it.
Just put it right there in front.
There you go.
Not in front of Tom's face. No, don't do that.
Yeah, put it in front of me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the story about the camera. So Emma, your comment about how you like it.
Oh no!
Yeah, I know,
we
yeah.
just put out a video testing their camera, and I was like, "Oh,
That's the only time I ever touched it. The only time. Like that's it. Yeah. So
That is something I do. So
maybe
don't
it was
worry.
it in anger." Chris was like, "I've had enough."
Because Emma and John and us, we have multiple cameras that we use. Tom and Paul, do you primarily film on your phone, or do you have another camera that you use as well?
We have got.
Oh, you got the camera.
That's the G7X Mark II.
Yeah, Mark.
Um,
Oh, that's that one. I love that camera.
Yeah, the Mark III is not great.
Yeah,
We
we've
had a
got the
Mark
Mark III. Hate it.
Yeah.
Really
Mark
good.
II, I know Bob and Kelly had it for a while and they love it,
Yeah.
but Mark III, I wasn't impressed at all with it.
Yeah, we actually have 3 Mark IIs.
Yeah, but 2 of them don't work.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
We're like camera.
We
I'm
kill
not gonna
cameras.
say it. It's a really yeah. We
We are the camera killers. We kill them.
We find the camera quite clunky to carry around, so we always end up just filming on the phone
Yeah.
because the camera on the iPhone's really,
Yeah.
I think
really
it-
quite good.
Yeah, not to be rude, but sometimes you just need to whip it out and take a quick shot, don't you? So it's like
You're right.
we've looked it out on
getting
several.
it on and off rides and things. I can just pop this in the pocket, and
Mhm.
I mean, we'll. I mean, this is a new one, so we're just gonna wait and see when we go away next what this is like, because that camera is meant to be incredible. So we'll see what the action mode and everything is on that. But
That's what Kelly loved about the G7X, though. She could keep it in her pocket because she doesn't use it with a tripod.
I don't use a tripod with the. I like to just
She
hold
just
it.
holds it, so
Yeah.
it's like the same size as a phone and everything.
And I would just hold it and flip it around.
I would immediately throw it. I feel like I would pick it up and then be like, "Oh no!" Like,
No, I don't like carrying. I gotta have. I want the tripod on it. I don't like it not with
Yeah.
the tripod.
I just let go. It would just be. It would be Chris and Melinda's camera. That's what it would be.
And bam!
Yeah, she did drop it.
I have dropped it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
and it
I
bounced.
was on the cruise. Oh, no.
John
I
quit.
know.
John doesn't want to drop anything.
yeah, there's a bit of battle damage on there. There's just a little bit.
I think it just means it's well loved. That's all.
Yeah. It's been well used, but
Like you said,
we do kind of flip between the two.
like you said, the iPhone cameras are great.
Yeah.
For pieces, they are. You wouldn't know now.
No, absolutely.
I think sometimes we just find the sound, like if it's a bit windy or if
I would
there's,
say, when it's windy, the iPhone microphone is not the best in the
Right.
world.
we
Because
haven't,
Chris and
we haven't
Melinda, you guys have used your phones forever.
Forever,
Yeah,
but he had this really funky setup with the microphones.
Yeah.
That's me.
I
like
love
this
so
one.
much.
Front and back.
Mhm.
The thing I found out about a phone, especially in Florida, and when you have to lather up with sunscreen, if you're holding your phone, you got to move it, and then it's all the sunscreen's all over your lenses, and I can't see what I did.
Okay, stop.
So,
Then don't do it.
so that's other than that, I love using the phone. It's just it's a phone
And
and
convenient.
it's in and out of your pockets, and
Mhm.
is the lenses dirty or that's the only problem I find with the phone.
That's her problem.
That's my
A
problem.
little tip: get somebody else to put the cream on for you.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
There
he's,
you go.
he's talking about whipping it out. And
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't use the camera.
that's why he takes me on holiday.
Yeah, not for much else.
So Emma and John, do you guys have anything coming up that you want to talk about?
So we've got some fun videos in December that we've started on. We're not doing Vlogmas this year, but we're gonna do Christmassy videos in December.
Yeah.
Because we try and upload. Well, we upload 3 times a week, and then December always really annoys me because everybody posts everything in December every day.
Yes.
So nobody's really watching, and that's like Vlogmas is just so stressful when you get 3 views.
Yeah.
Like it's not worth it, and I'm not doing it.
Because so many people have done Vlogmas in the past. It's hard for the people. Yes, I do talk with my hands a lot. It's cauliflower. So many people do Vlogmas. It's hard to do Vlogmas, put up content, and watch other people's content. Kind of
Yes.
at the same time. So
I hate Vlogmas.
yeah.
I mean, it's the first time that we've said we're not doing it, and I think looking at our schedule, it's going to pay off, and they're going to have a better quality video because we're not doing it.
Right.
It's just sad because nobody's gonna watch them because
No.
they're all watching Vlogmas. But it's fine.
No, we bunches in the house.
Cinderella.
Yeah. Have you guys done Vlogmas, Chris and Melinda?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we done it, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was
Okay. Are you-
very stressful.
It is. It's
Were you
very
pictured?
stressful.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Especially
trying to
working
figure out
full-time.
what, trying to figure out what to film. And then when somebody works
Every
12
day.
hours and has got to come home and film something.
I mean, so it's like just do it.
Oh, I
So
want to see me, Melinda. Can you do
Oh,
that?
Yeah. I'd like
Oh
to see
yeah,
you
that was
do
kind of mean.
I want to see Melinda the Grinch. I want to see it.
Yeah,
He was a little snippy at
I
times.
was snippy. And then for this year, we're gonna do like short Vlogmas. Do short. We got Funko Pops, the Advent calendar, so we're just gonna do that. 'Cause It's
Oh,
like,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so Tom and Paul, you haven't done a Vlogmas yet, have you?
Are
I
you
feel
doing
like just to experience the stress I went through.
No, you put it off for
Because then everyone can be miserable, not just me.
I guess I mean we're both busy, aren't we? And I'm away from home a lot as well, so I'm not back in the house 5 nights a week like Tom is. There's some weeks when I'm like away 3-4 nights in a row,
And I don't want that pressure of picking up a camera and filming
I
something
wouldn't either.
and then having to upload it. No,
No.
I've got enough on. There's no way I'm taking that on. Not when he's the one that edits all the videos.
yeah, because I do all the
Yeah.
editing now. So
That was going to be my next question. Like, because most couple vloggers kind of, split. I know Emma and John, you guys do so much 50-50.
Well, no, Emma does all the
John takes all the credit.
However, there are some things in the pipeline very soon that we can't talk about. That's going to be amazing, and I'll take probably some editing off then, maybe.
But don't you, when you do your travel vlogs, don't you sit down and edit together?
Kind of. What
sit here, I
happens
was
is
sitting.
John sits there and I
He just makes sure
Oh,
that you're
yeah.
doing
He
it
does
right.
quality control while
I
you're doing all the work. Yeah, I get it. Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not
don't do
gonna
that.
lie,
Don't do
all
that.
that does is really get on my nerves.
The
Because
only
Tom
reason
hasn't
we're
got a
still
clue
married.
what anybody's been seeing all these past 12 months. He hasn't got any idea what people are laughing at or anything.
I haven't watched a single episode of our vlogs.
You don't watch your own
I
vlogs?
can't stand seeing
It's been
myself.
an
on the
awful
camera.
lot.
Oh, but why?
You'll get over that.
All these comments come through on YouTube and on Instagram and stuff, and I have to ask him, "What's that about?"
What was
and he has to
that
tell me what's in the video.
I just brush it off and just say, yeah, they loved you. You know, you're out.
Yeah, Mark
Hi,
Allen. Hi.
Ellen. Gosh, so many awesome people here. Thank you guys all so much for being here today.
I was gonna
I
say the
really
only reason we're
trust that.
still married is because
I
she does
wouldn't
the
trust
editing.
John to edit videos by himself.
No, not at all. But
Well, you do,
okay,
but you do the shorts, don't you, John?
well, some of them,
Okay.
some of them, not all of them, some of them.
John sometimes says, and it makes me want to stab him, like actual murder stab. He says, I'm the talent.
You're the talent. See, Bob's the talent in our group.
Hey, listen
So you
to
were
me.
saying the only reason we're still married is what?
Is because you edit the videos
Because I edit.
and I stay away.
I think
When
that's
we
why.
first started our channel, we would sit down together.
The first video, the one where we went on the cruise for the
Or-
Pacific
yeah.
Coast when we went from San Diego to Vancouver, we edited that whole thing together.
It took forever.
It sucked.
Yeah. It was like, should I cut it here? Should I leave this
He's
in?
like,
Should
oh
I
no,
take
no,
that
you should
out?
leave that. No, I don't want to leave that. You know, and I was like, but it was like we were gonna duke it out. We were gonna go to fisticuffs. We were gonna.
The hardest thing to edit is the trailers. Without a doubt.
Trailers.
Yeah, those are rough.
Mhm.
Because I have a vision, you have a vision, and we're trying to meet in the middle somehow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we haven't done any trailers. We kind of top and tail with what we're about to show in that episode, and then what's coming up in the next one. But we've not actually put a trailer out, have we? But we'll have to think about that.
So Sarah does all the editing, or Steven does all the editing.
Sarah
Yeah.
does.
See, I take out a lot of stuff too.
She takes out stuff that I would not take out.
Yeah.
And it's because she like sanitizes the
I
crap
don't
out of it.
sanitize our vlogs as much as we used to.
Yeah, but anytime I would say something remotely, Emma knows
that rhymes with quit.
that rhymes with quit. Any other kind of word that comes out of my mouth, you know, and then Kelly's like, nope.
When we
And
were in
Emma
Disney,
found that out.
yeah, when we were in Disney World, I was watching some ducks.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just having a lovely time watching these ducks float along. And then when I come back home and I'm editing the vlog, Bob stood next to me, and it's like every swear word for no reason.
Like, there's that damn bastard, there's that little bastard.
It was really funny, but you couldn't do it.
So I just put some music over it.
I know Emma messaged me and she goes, I've had to cut out so much Bob talk. You know, it's ridiculous.
Chris will edit, but he doesn't let it go live until I give the stamp of approval.
Yeah, I schedule it out. Then we sit down on TV and I put it on the TV so she can watch it. And, well, you need to do this, or well, what about that? And
oh, I didn't think about that. I'm like, yeah.
so I got smart. I don't take it off the editor until afterwards.
That's pretty smart. Yeah, see, I don't even go to you for approval.
No,
apparently
I get no approval.
Apparently, Paul and Tom don't go through that process either.
I'm the approver, the executor, and everything.
Quality
However,
control, editor, everything all in one.
I do believe there are some things in the vlogs that should have been edited out from some of the comments that come through. So maybe I should have a little bit of creative input when it comes up next.
But do you ever get like running time anxiety? Do you ever think, oh God, there's not enough, or oh, you know, is this too much? That's sometimes what I find is
definitely.
I 22 minutes. Is this going to be too short?
So that it was like, oh, do we have enough? And now it's like we have too much. But I've recently kind of let go of that time. Oh, hello. We're gonna get rid of
what's
Mr.
that?
Burgle.
Mr. Burgle. Flex to
Burgle.
win. Go, Mr. Burgle. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And we've kind of like
He's back.
Mr. Burgle. Jesse, where are you?
she's gone.
Oh.
Let's get rid of that. Okay. To the point where I used to have a 30-minute.
He really wants to hang out.
That's it.
There we
He's
go.
gone.
Let's see. Well, at least it's not like wild ladies doing nasty things, you know, kind of thing.
Maybe
Oh, I know
just
that.
wanted to get trained.
Oh my
That didn't
god!
work.
What is going on with
Right.
Mr. Burgle?
Wow.
I'll be on Burgle Watch.
All right, you'll be on Burgle Watch, Emma.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Okay, let's just ignore Mr. Burgle.
Always win.
How come he's
He
not
always
in town?
wins.
He always wins.
I don't know. Anyway, I was saying about times.
Well, yeah, I know. And she always I like to film a lot of stuff. I just
Yeah.
film crap just for the heck of it. And she's like, oh my God, there's like 2 hours worth of stuff. And I go, well, that gives you a lot to work with.
Right. I used to have a 30-minute time limit where, I didn't want our vlogs to run over 30 minutes. And we just kind of recently learned also that YouTube is liking longer videos.
Because
So-
you actually get more watch time out of them.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
if we run
Yeah.
over 30 minutes, it's okay.
So they're like, 45 minutes to an hour is like what they're liking for. They like it.
right.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think we
So-
kind of keep it kind of 30 minutes ish is usually the aim, and then they do creep up to like 40 sometimes. So it's like travel days, like 38, 40 minutes. But yeah, it's just I always think, where do I stop this? At what point does it kind of, you know, get? I don't want it to get to a point where people are thinking, oh God, move on now. You know what I mean? It's a challenge. It's tricky.
So I must be weird because I try to keep them 10, 15 minutes.
And I get so frustrated. I'm like, you cut so much good stuff. They're not going to know what we're doing. You're doing it in 10 minutes. But I don't know.
We try to keep ours
editing
to 25 and then have a part 2.
Yeah.
We'll just put it up another day.
I like longer videos.
I just think, is it too long? Is this thing unnecessary to watch?
Yeah,
I think that's what my issue is. So
yeah,
but then again, if there's dead space, we watch some where it's like constant jump cuts throughout the whole video. And
I hate that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
horrible.
Yeah.
You don't know where you are, and you're kind of like you wanting to watch somebody's journey through something or at some point, and it's like, well, where have you gone to? What are you doing now? And it's that's something that again we're more conscious of, is trying to kind of get people to understand, you know, we've just done this, what should we do now? Right, let's go here. So it kind of makes people think, yeah, I'm going to stick with this, and we see what happens next, kind of thing. But yeah, I totally get that. Sometimes people cut off, and it's like, well, what time is it? Where are you now? What did you do?
That's what I'm bad at. I don't think about that. And I'm like, you know, hey, we're going to do this. And then we don't do it. Or we say, we had this great bread. And then we're like, didn't show it. And everybody's like, where the hell is the bread, dude?
I think if you really, I mean, we try to do it. We're not very good at it at the moment, but we try to film like, imagine it going to be 25-minute video, then end the vlog and then start it again. So you can start it from.
But it's impossible.
It's impossible sometimes, but that's what we try to do.
No, it doesn't. Oh, he's got 2 thumbnails.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep trying to get rid of it, but it's saying an error.
It won't let us get rid of it.
Yeah. Wow. We're just gonna have to like deal with Mr. Burgle.
He's winning at the moment.
It's like you said, Bob and Kelly, though, like you have to have. We thought, because we only put one video out a week,
right?
We need to have it long enough so that the watch time, we can get the watch hours up. Because when we were aiming for like the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch hours, if we were only putting out 10-minute videos or 15-minute videos, we weren't giving people long enough to, or enough people long enough to get the watch hours up. So, and we spotted that with a few other vloggers who were saying that they needed somewhere between 30 and 40 minutes. Because it allowed people to watch for that 15-20 minutes and then possibly start getting bored. But if you only give them 10 minutes, they're only going to watch for 10 minutes. That's
right.
Or they're going to watch for 2 minutes and get this. It's kind of like a ratio thing. But
you know those YouTube help channels? They help you with your YouTube. The one I watch, they say make it as long as it has to be, but as short as you possibly can. So you're not having all this.
Yeah.
Like
but they've changed the logarithm.
Yeah, they've changed the algorithm.
Algorithm. They've changed it recently, and they're really looking for like clip. What is it? The clip through or punched whatever.
Click through
rates and how long the videos are being watched. Watch time. Right. So if you have 40 minutes, they only watch like a third of it. Then you got at least 10 minutes watch time.
Right.
And that to them is good.
Yeah. Thank you, Jesse. You're amazing.
Jesse, you're a rock star. And no, this is not couples only.
No, it is not couples only, Jeffy. It's just people that we've invited. And people that we know already, people that we are friends with, that we're doing YouTube creators. Percentage of watch. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what we're finding too.
Exactly.
Percentage of
but it's like they want to see 10 minutes or more of watch time.
Right.
Video.
And they were also saying the one that we just watched recently was saying something about if you can hold them for the first 30 seconds.
Yeah. Then you'll be able to keep them for longer.
Right.
It's like most people go away after the first 30 seconds.
Right.
Yes.
We're currently sitting at between 50 and 60% watch time, where they're staying for, if we're putting a 30-something minute vlog out, they're staying for 16 to 18 minutes on average. So
but that does, I mean, it does fluctuate
all the time, depending on what the content is, because certain parks get different viewing figures. Yeah, it all depends on what people are wanting to watch. Yeah,
and we also take into account, I mean, it's crazy little things like, is there an event happening? So it's like, You know, if everyone's watching the World Cup or if everyone's watching like the Queen's Jubilee and things like that, people are elsewhere. They're not sat in front of the TV. So that's I think a challenge when you've got a series out and you want to keep that consistency, but then that might fall. So for example, like Bonfire Night a couple of weeks ago for us, that everybody was kind of in a mood where they're going out doing things with family. They weren't kind of sat in front of the TV. They were
viewing figures were much lower.
Whereas kind of the week before, when nothing really was going on, the traction that video got was much higher. Whereas when an event goes on, it kind of dips. So it is strange because it's like, well, don't you not want to know what happens next? Kind of thing. So
we found that when the Queen funeral was on, we had to hide it because everyone was so same as Christmas, I suppose. Everyone's out doing their Christmas stuff, and they're not watching stuff. That's why.
I also think as well, though, like especially with travel vlogs, when I go back and watch them when I'm, in 10 years' time, I don't want to have cut something out that I'll then miss. So, because as much as we're sharing it for people to watch, it also it's our trip that we took. I want to remember like the silly little things that happened when I've lost the footage, because guarantee I will have done that.
Right. A lot of times we'll look back on our vlogs and be like, I forgot we did that.
Oh yeah, all the time. That's why we're vlogging, because I forget our trips. I forget everything.
Yeah. So it's funny to go back.
By the way, who are you guys? It's gonna be fun when in about 10 years when I'm a little bit older, and it's gonna be like, what? Who? What? Who are you?
Have we met you before? That's fun. Do you guys? That was kind of my next question too. I agree with like what Cinderella is saying too. You should say the hook at the opening, so they kind of know what to expect. We've been trying to shift to that direction because I watched one of our videos, and at the end we recapped what we did. I said that should be in the front, not the back. Right.
Because that just tells people what they're going to see.
Yeah, it kind of gives you like a little preview.
And because when we recap, it sounds really cool. Oh, we did this, we did it. We're so excited, blah blah blah. And then I'm like, why aren't we putting that in the front instead of the back? Because by the time it's shown, nobody sees it.
Right. Yeah. So
isn't it?
Oh, go ahead.
That's easier to do in a sit down video than when you're in the parks, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, but we recap everything at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Like when we're like in the hotel room or whatever, we recap what we did, and then we say thanks, subscribe, like, boo, 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 all that kind of garbage. If you do that in the front, then people are like, oh wait, I want to see when they do that.
Right. Try to give them something interesting to look for.
Because that made me want to go, wait, I want to go back and look at that. And it's my video, and I want to go look at it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I try and think about that when we do, and I've started kind of reducing the length of time as well for the intros, because sometimes I think they were like 1:15 when I first started doing them, but I've kind of started to shorten it, make it a bit more punchy, so that maybe we have just a few like flashy clips, and it's like, oh, what was that?
And it's kind of flashy clips of what's coming up.
Yeah. Right. We recently did that too, because our intro was long, and it started to get on my nerves. After a while, I'm like, oh my God, our intro is so long. And then I cut it in half, and now we're not in that. Recently, we haven't even been using it.
We've been,
kind of just
showing like clips of what's going to come up.
Yeah. This person is interesting.
Which one, Barfy?
Yeah.
At least you're getting the views on the live, Kelly. But they were saying as well, I don't remember who it is. They do, like you guys were saying, they talk about what's good on YouTube. They were saying not to have intros at all. And that made me really sad, because I've worked really hard on our intro.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Was it a lady? Was it a lady that
it was like I don't know what he's called, but he's got a long head.
He's got a long head.
Long head.
Mr. Longhead said.
You know what I mean?
I do, but I know it's cool. I know exactly what about, but
he's like, does he work for like the YouTube Creator Studio or something like that?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know what he's called.
I don't know, but he's got a long head. It's a nice long head.
I said what we should start doing is we should do Halloween vlogs during Christmas. Because everybody's going to get of Christmas. We're going to be like, oh, Halloween, cool. Let's watch that.
I don't understand that. I can't do that.
No, because you're such a Christmas freak.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, Paul, no, don't.
He just wants it to be January already.
Yeah, that's my man. High five, buddy. Yeah.
I just want to go somewhere hot where they don't celebrate Christmas and it's all over.
That would
that-
be any
that
Muslim
benchmark?
country you can think of.
The build up for me is just. I mean, it's mad in school in the build up to Christmas, and it's great, and the kids love it, and we do all the carol concerts and we do the Christmas parties and things. But then I'm off a week before Christmas happens this year, and that week,
Heaven.
Christmas.
What a terrible time it is for you to be
But I've already, in my class, I've already put my decorations up.
Even
And
with
I'll
trade
take them
places.
down again before I have to, because I have to take them down before I finish actually for the Christmas holidays. So my Christmas is done. I've had 3 Christmas dinners, I've had Christmas tree. Done.
I've got news for you, mate. You're going to be even busier this year.
How old are the kids that you teach, Tom?
10 and 11.
Oh, that's a great age. I
10
love that.
and 11.
I'm full of it.
Into primary school, so that they're at the age where you can really get that relationship with them, and they start to understand.
I love that age.
My sarcasm and things like that. So yeah.
You sarcastic? Really?
I think
Yeah,
Tom
that.
is a teacher, Kev.
I think I would like to have Tom as my teacher.
Yeah. So how much? I was going to ask all of you guys, how much do you pay attention to like the analytics and stuff of your channel? Like, are you going in and like looking at the click-through rate and the retention and the stuff like
Once
that?
in a while. We don't do it all the time.
No.
Every day.
I used to.
Yes, she used to
I used
always.
to sit on it, but I'm like, you know what? It is what it is.
We
I'm
lose
not
one
even-
subscriber. She was going bonkers.
I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
even
I
care
get
anymore.
that. Where's the dog?
No, we're doing the videos for us.
I do that too. Yeah.
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 I like to go in and look at which videos, you can see like the top videos for this
Yeah.
Yes.
period.
Yeah.
And they're just always in my brain so random.
They are.
Like they're just the one Southport video we did where we very nicely talked about a horrible hotel in Southport. People, I just don't get it. How many people are going to Southport that they keep finding my video?
Right.
I should have properly gone for it now.
It's stuff like our first travel day to Florida,
Our first travel day
still getting like a lot of views per month.
from was that 2018?
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
that one's one of our
Wow.
best each month. And then when we got back from America with you guys, we just filmed quickly a video about using Monzo because we hadn't heard about it until we used it. And like that one every single month gets views. And that's what baffles me. Like we've got Norway vlogs on there and people are watching us sat talking about bank cards. Like, make it make sense.
Right. I totally agree with you, Sarah and Stephen. It is about the people that you meet. I mean, there's no way if we hadn't have even started this, there's no way we would have ever met Em and John, and we've met Chris and Melinda in person. We hope to meet Tom and Paul someday in person. But it is about who you meet and the relationships that you kind of form. And there's no way that you ever could have even come across these people, in real life.
These people.
I'm like our family, not like these people.
These people.
Not like why do you have to put a negative spin on it?
That's how it sounds to me.
No, I'm talking about
These great,
these
awesome,
amazing people.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, we would have never met Wayne
Yeah.
at
That's
all.
true. Yeah. And I mean, they become your family, really. So have you guys, Tom and Paul, have you met any other vloggers kind of in person yet?
No.
We speak every day to a good
there's
handful of people.
yeah.
There's quite a few who message us every day on Instagram or
Yeah.
through YouTube.
That's awesome.
And we wake up to good morning messages and they chat to us
Yeah,
every day.
yeah.
And we've got a real core group of people
Yeah.
who chat to us every day. We bumped into a couple of people in the parks on the last trip.
Oh yeah,
Which
that was a bit strange. It
That
wasn't.
was-
It was nice. It's strange in a nice way because it was that we totally hadn't expected it at all. But a load of there was quite a few different folk, weren't there? One guy was like living about 10 miles down the road. We were totally random. That was an Epcot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Huddled under an umbrella, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we watched you." So it was very strange.
And it's lovely to meet up with people.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be very strange when we bumped into, because we've never really bumped into any vloggers in the park that we've said hi to.
Yeah.
we haven't bumped into anybody. So for somebody to stop us and speak to us and say that they watch us on YouTube I thought, oh, this is going to be really weird. But it wasn't. It was really nice, and the people were lovely. And we spent a lovely 15, 20 minutes with them, chatting to them and had pictures and stuff. It was lovely.
Right. I mean, when we first met Emma and John, Emma.
Get rid of us.
Emma and I were chatting. She asked us about what music that we use. She said, "Do you mind if I bother you?" And I'm like, "Of course."
Do you mind if I bother
I know.
you?
She's like,
my best British. I don't want to be a bother.
And then we were planning a trip to London, and it was like, well, we're coming to see you. It's like, this is what we're doing, and we were going to meet up for a day. I think at first, and that one day turned into 4 days.
And then you never get rid of us since.
Here we are.
Now you're like gum on her shoe. Can't get it off.
Well, they can't get rid of us. So it's just amazing. And
would have been a really awkward 4 days if we didn't like each other.
But it was like we'd known each other forever when we first met. It was like, oh my gosh, this is Emma and John, right?
I love it how easy it is. Same when we met Chris and Melinda.
Yeah.
It's just easy. And we've met Kurt and Jody. We have met Dan. We've met so many people.
Some of our, Cindy Ellicott came to the park.
And we've met the Hemp Hills and
and
so
King
many
Daddy.
So
they came.
Great.
So it's been really, really, really cool.
But for me, it was awkward at first too, because I was like,
I feel really awkward when somebody knows who we are, like somebody that just watches, and we had it like literally 5 minutes from our house. We were in like Tesco's. I was in like super casual clothes, not ready for it, and this lady was super nice. Oh, we watch your videos, and I was just the most awkward human. I was like, why? Like, why? You just don't. I didn't expect it. I didn't know what to do, and then I was like, well, thanks, kind of thing.
Thanks.
Oh, Emma, do you remember the last chat we did? And you said you had like people at work who watch. I have the exact opposite. I have probably 5 or 6 people at work. They know we have a channel. They know, they don't watch. They don't nothing. And it's like, wouldn't you help somebody out?
Right.
Also, they're not pulling you up if you say something. Like in your vlog, when you say something and you're like, oh, I'll just leave it in because it's funny. And then you leave it in and everyone's like,
I think
what you said.
I think it's lovely though. The people that you haven't got a channel and just watch, that's a bit like, really? Why you watch this?
Like Kurt and Jody,
That we watch every week. It feels like we know each other anyway.
Yeah.
So it's so easy and nice to have a conversation because it feels like we know everyone.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jessie wants to give Mindy a little pet for her. That's Mindy. She's the cutest.
Mindy.
I had a parent come up to me.
Oh, Mindy's got it.
Oh.
Sweater on. How cute!
It's because it's cold outside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's cold.
It's cold.
I let her out. I let her out to go to the bathroom. I almost lost her.
I think it's 20 degrees and it feels like 12
She said snow's too deep.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Oh, there's Tom and Paul's.
Oh, that's a bigger
This is
dog.
Ralph.
Oh,
What's the name?
What's his name?
I don't care.
Ralphie.
Ralphie. Oh.
Ralphie. Is that a Christmas story thing?
It is, yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, she sees him.
See? That's
Everybody has a dog with us.
They've had your minute of fame.
Yeah, look,
Well, there goes John.
not worth it, Mom. It's not worth it.
Show us.
Oh, look! You should have been that tiny.
Oh, there's Louie.
Oh, that's
I know, aren't they all so
Oh,
cute?
there's
Look,
Louie.
Jessie, look at the baby.
There's Louie. See Louie?
See Louie?
He's like, put me down.
Blending in with your top bulb.
I know.
Now he's got a cat.
That's
Oh, Mindy loves
Oh,
cats.
she heard.
Oh.
Don't say that.
It's like this one's named for Brave.
Angus.
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 The big black horse.
Yeah.
Because he is a ton,
He's
ton
a
of
chunky
cat.
Oh.
God, what he's doing?
He's a ton of cat.
Yeah.
Tom, you
Wait a
were
minute,
saying
watch this.
Looking for the
you
dog.
had a payment come
On
through.
the screen.
There you go.
Parrot.
You're not
I'm sorry,
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where the story was going.
Can't run Bob's shoulder.
He loves to be a scarf. He's
She's
like the
fine
most
with it as well.
yellow
No,
cat
she's never
ever.
done that.
Mindy's going behind the computer and sniffing, like, where did the dog go?
What happened to the dog?
Yeah, she's like behind the computer.
That must
Come on,
be
baby.
scary.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
ever
I
like
find it really. Go on,
especially
Emma.
Tom and Paul, because I feel like you guys do it a little bit. I know that Kelly censors Bob out, and like sometimes John's like, "Cut that out, you can't have it." But you guys are like the banter, which is what I enjoy most. You know, like when you play each other a little bit. Do you ever think, "Oh God, should I cut it out?" Because
Don't.
people won't get it. Don't do it. I just wonder if, because sometimes when I've said something and I'm like, "Oh, this is definitely a me thing," I think, "Oh, should I cut it out?"
I mean, recently we just done a video and we went to some farm, and I'm sure you all know, but Emma loves
I love the goats.
the goats and stuff.
Yeah.
So she was talking to a goat like she would talk like to us now. Like,
I
I
was
thought
having a chat. Good old
I
chat.
thought it was quite funny, and it was quite funny. But Emma said, "No, I've got to cut
Some
out."
of it I've cut out. I was real baby talking these goats.
But why? I
No,
love that.
no.
You shouldn't cut it
Oh
out.
my God,
I
Kelly's
love that.
Kelly's animal voice is just hilarious,
It was quite good.
and she cuts it out too. And we're like, don't.
But my voice gets like 10 octaves
It's like
higher.
really high.
Hi,
She-
Mr. Bunny Rabbit. What are you doing? You
It
know,
was exactly
and then
that.
she makes up for it.
you're doing.
Yeah, I don't think I spoke to John the entire trip, to be honest. I had a great time.
I do kind of get to a point where I think to myself, oh God, you know, have we got a bit close to the wire here? But then I also kind of think, well, actually, you know, we don't advertise this for kids. We might be in Disney, but we're actually still adulting in a lot of ways. I mean, you know, so
However, I've had a parent come up to my classroom door to pick their child up
Oh,
who's in my class, and the parent started talking to me about videos that they've watched of me on YouTube. The Virgin Voyages cruise, where we're sitting at 4 o'clock in the morning drinking champagne and eating bacon and very drunk. And so that because I have to be very careful, and this was my whole worry about starting a YouTube channel. It was my idea really for us to get this going and stuff, and I was going to start editing, but then Paul's much better at it than me, and because I was worried, because part of my contract of being a teacher is I can't bring my school into disrepute.
right.
Whether I'm at school or whether I'm in my personal life, I'm not allowed to do something that will bring my job into disrepute.
So fishnet hose are out,
I
right?
love
yeah.
that.
What do you want? Do you want parents coming up knowing about your YouTube channel or your OnlyFans account? That's what you've got to think.
Oh!
People can watch this. There isn't an OnlyFans account. There
This
isn't.
is unedited, Paul. So
Yeah,
yeah.
this is unedited.
What?
Yeah, so sometimes I'm behind the camera and I'm going, but it doesn't have a filter.
Oh, do you
That's
know
what I
what?
love about it.
you know
I don't
what?
have a
Life is
filter. I don't
too
have a
short,
filter
and
either. So.
If everything's all said in good humor and jest, and this is where I think we kind of keep the balance and the banter between us is, and this is how we are all the time.
this is how
you know, and it's like anyone that knows us even personally, you know, I mean, we got labeled hinge and bracket, I think, at one point.
the American,
But, yeah,
the American couples would know who
go
they
and
are.
go and Google hinge and bracket, and you'll know what we mean. But yeah, we just like this all the time. So I think that's what we always wanted to try and do, is just keep it very real. And you know, we are silly, and we are sarcastic, and you know, we don't really do it to sort of belittle each other. We do it because we just, you know,
That's just our sense of humor
nature.
with each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
What's fun? What's good? What's actually
It's our USP. That's what we're saying.
And I think that's where we started, was when we first started. I thought, okay, we have to be very neutral. We have to be very appealing to everybody. And, you know, boring. Bob's like, Kelly, this is boring.
Boring.
You know, you got to be yourself, because if you guys were to meet us in real life, this is who we are.
Yeah,
You
Emma
know?
like cuts me out all the time.
Yeah. But I think that over time, what I've, been able to let go of is people just like you for who you are, and they can tell if you're not being genuine, and if you're, and the people that don't like your style, they're going to move on and go somewhere else, and that's okay. And
you can't be perfect for everyone.
Yeah, I understand where
I
Tom's
make
coming
no
from.
apologies whatsoever.
I mean,
I know, Tom. I get it,
Where-
because
yeah.
you got you have something that you have kids
when it comes with children,
and
stuff.
it's like in your contract and your school and stuff. I totally get it.
Yeah.
So
but we have a salon. I mean, we own a salon, and people. Thank you, Jesse, so much for dropping those links. We can talk about anything at work.
Oh my God, the stuff I hear.
I mean, we're like counselors. You know, people come to us and they just things. So you know, we're pretty. You know, nobody minds what we say.
Yeah, I have a story about recently. I had a client come in and she was telling me about her sister who was dealing with a ill client. I mean, an ill husband. He was very, you know, ill on, you know, 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot on the banana peel kind of thing. You know what I mean? And she was having a tough time, you know, dealing with it. So she said, she calls her sisters, I'm going to a psychic. You know, I'm going to a psychiatrist. I want to see if they can help me. Came back from the psychologist, nothing. So it was worse than ever. I can't, you know, and then she goes, I went to a psychic. I'm going to go to a psychic, nothing, didn't help at all. So finally she comes back and goes, guess what? Everything's better. And she says, why? She goes, I went to a hairdresser. Hairdressers fix everything.
They fix everything.
They fix your hair and your psyche all at the same time.
Counselors, they are counselors, aren't they? A friend of ours has got a salon, hasn't he? And he said he spends more time talking about people's problems and what they want doing with their.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think after a while, you know, people just come in, you know, just to talk about their lives rather than the hair service is secondary.
It's secondary. It's like you know, the counseling costs this much. The hair's free.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, but it's great. And I'm like a priest. I don't tell anybody anything.
No.
You know that story I just told you. You don't know who it is. So it's like, I don't tell anybody nothing. And they take that and they tell me stuff that they would never tell another person.
Do you guys find that at work at all, Melinda? Do people?
Yeah, being a nurse.
Well, I have the HIPAA law over my head. So
I work in a warehouse. It don't matter. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. I'll come home with stories. I'm like, I can't believe this patient, blah, 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 blah. But they don't know who I'm talking about. And Chris is like, yeah, whatever. I don't understand what you're saying, but okay. But
Kurt, you gotta come to Colorado.
Yeah. And then I will fix you.
I will fix you.
I will fix you.
I don't think Kurt needs fixing.
No, you don't need to be fixed. Yeah. You're pretty cool. So
if you think about all of everything that's in the world at the minute, if you think about what people can get access to and all that kind of thing, you know, I think that there is far worse that kids can be exposed to than what we're.
For sure.
Random jokes and a bit of silly innuendo, I think, is a million miles away from the really serious challenges about safeguarding kids and things. So you know, I get it, but I think we take it.
I think you guys set a good example. You know how to have fun. You know, and there's so many people who don't.
Oh yeah.
And you know, and it's like, you know, when they watch it, well, they're having fun. Just have fun. You guys know how to have fun. I love it. That's why I watch you guys, because you have fun.
And that's what we always wanted to do, is just, you know, keep it lighthearted and just have a giggle. I know there's a lot of serious folk out there, and you know, there's a lot of folk that do a full hour and a bit, and it's like, God, what have you done? You know, I haven't cracked a smile or anything once while I've been sat watching this. It's all very serious. So, and I've always said we never have. We might not have the best equipment, and we might not have the most informative content, but we're just, you know, enjoying ourselves. So it's you know, and we're just grateful that
with, like you were saying, there's so much serious stuff, you know, going on in the world right now. Why not just find something that makes you laugh? You know, that was
it makes you happy.
That was kind of one of our biggest goals, you know, in the very beginning, was if we can make somebody laugh and make somebody's day a little bit better, maybe teach them a little bit of something that they were curious about, or help them, you know, with information or whatever. But you know, when it's all said and done, make them feel better about something, or you know, forget what they got going on in their real life for a little while. That's the biggest achievement, I think.
And that's it. That's why the whole Instagram thing for us, certainly like the start of lockdown, as I say, it was kind of like, we can't see anybody, we can't do what we usually do, but what we can do is kind of embrace what we love and what we enjoy. And we started just kind of reaching out and connecting and posting silly things and trawling through the photographs and thinking, oh God, where's that? And that kind of all grew and grew. So it was kind of the natural evolution of that to move on to this platform and kind of for some poor buggers bring it to life, you know. So it was good, and we're enjoying doing it, and as long as we're enjoying doing it, then we'll keep on going.
Things we can do together as well, isn't it? Because like me and John don't have many joint interests. Like John likes golf and things, and I like reading and crafting and whatnot. So like it's something we can do that we're both interested in.
Well, we love traveling. We love holidays.
Yeah, that's one thing we love doing.
I mean, we're really quite boring Monday to Friday.
What? No, I can't see that.
The thought of doing like Vlogmas, I just think
Coming up.
what would I film? There's nothing to film.
You
Come
film-
home from work at 6 o'clock.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
What
I
would I film?
really got to tell you guys something, that this is a secret, that Kelly is not like she is on the videos.
What do you mean?
No, she is so much. She can cut loose.
Oh, well, Emma and John know that.
We have videos of that.
We do.
But she kind of cuts out her stuff where she cuts loose. She's embarrassed by it, but it's not. It's hilarious. This
We
girl
need
can be
receipts,
So
yeah.
funny.
Right. We'll post it.
Yeah.
Can't she? You guys are my witness. She
Yeah,
can
they
be
know.
so funny, and she can do stuff that is so hilarious, but then she cuts it all out.
Well, we didn't cut her out.
No.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. That was great.
Yeah, I don't leave it.
I love that. That was
I was
classic.
inspired
That's
by
what she
that.
does. She does that more than she doesn't in real life. So
Yeah.
Paul's naturally extrovert, and I'm naturally kind of quite introverted. Like Paul likes being in front of the camera and on a stage and performing to
But then
loads of different people.
Yeah.
But then when I'm out, I'm like, or I'm out and I'm in a group, I'm often like known as the life and soul of the party, because I'll be slut dropping all over the place.
I love it.
I'll be doing loads. I get camp and silly. I get really camp and silly, but I'm quite introvert, really.
Yeah, it's a different kind of confidence, isn't it, I guess. I mean, because I do a lot of public speaking in my job as well. So I do, presentations on stage, like 2,000 people sometimes and things. So it's a lot. But this is why I think the balance is good, because you kind of keep me grounded very much.
I just roll my eyes when he comes out with those cringy jokes, and
I really like when you tell him off, actually, Tom. They're my favourite moments.
No,
I really like it. Because normally it's when you've had like a few little digs at him and he's just let it go. And then all of a sudden he's like, shut up now. I really enjoy it.
it gets to the point in the day where I've had the camera stuck in my face to say something to the camera, and I get camera tired, and I'm like, cut it, enough. That's why most of the time he ends the vlogs on his own, because I'm in bed and I'm sick of that camera. Turn it off.
I've got to the point now, though. I don't know whether you noticed, I've got saying things like, should we end it here? Should we end the vlog here now? Just before it's like we've got another 4.5 hours before things like that. I am learning. I
found vlogging really felt different when I started thinking the camera was talking to people. Like at first you were like, I am doing this and this is what I'm doing and look at this thing. And now I'm more like, oh my god, you know what, right? Which is how I would normally
how I do is how I would talk to a mate. My camera's mate,
Yeah, and when you can
John,
now I feel like I can feel that.
And do you think any of you will ever go back at some point and kind of rewatch your? I don't know whether some of you have. Have you ever kind of rewatched your first ever vlog that you put out?
Oh, yeah.
And is that still to come?
I go to work and I put
it
my
was
phone
not
up
terrible. It was
and I
actually
watch every video,
Okay.
only to see how we progressed. Did the music work out? How did this look? How did that look?
Yeah, we went back and watched everybody's first video before, and Bob and Kelly, and I mean, ours.
Our first video was all Bob, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I know.
Really
She
off
didn't
to the
want to be seen on the camera.
It's still all me.
No, that's true. Actually, we were like on the cruise and stuff. I would come out the bathroom on the cruise after brushing my teeth and stuff, and the intro would be done, and I'd say, "Oh, it's the Paul show again, is it?" Paul's done the intro, Paul's done the bit to camera, and then I only appear when it's time to go for breakfast or it's time to.
You just pop up.
I think you'll find that changes though.
Yeah.
Tom, because we've been doing YouTube for 4 years. You guys are a year in, you said.
Yeah.
I think you'll find that because seem to be very similar personality wise, you'll kind of find that over as the years go by, you'll take the camera more and kind of be like,
I can't get a hold of it.
Bob
I had to
cannot
buy
take the
I had to
camera
buy
away
my
from me
own
now.
camera so
Yeah.
I could film what I wanted to because I could not get it out of her hands.
yeah. And, you know, Bob's like, hello. And so now we each have our own camera. And he's like, I'm just going to do my own.
I'm gonna do my own stuff.
my own stuff. And when you edit it, you just put it together how you want to do it. And, you know, it's just,
But it
Yeah, so
actually
whenever
turned
you
out
see it together, they're not really together. Bob's over there and Kelly's stitched it together.
Tom does all of the nice panoramas, and like if we're driving anywhere, Tom will do all of the scenic shots
The
and that kind
B-roll.
of thing. So
I do the Spielberg stuff.
yeah, he does all the B-roll.
Well, that's good. You guys kind of have your own jobs. You know what you're doing.
yeah.
What do you know what you're doing?
Definitely. Yeah. We kind of see, I mean, you think, I'll ask everybody and we'll start with them and John. How do you feel like your style of vlogging has changed since you started?
I was a very awkward human in the very first video. And I was also very shiny, so I'm not sure what was happening there.
Oh, that's right. The shiny. I remember the shiny.
So shiny. But yeah, I think maybe I feel more casual about it. And I think that feels nicer for me. And they're the kind of vlogs I like to watch. And even when we do a sit down video, we write down like the points that we want to get to. But I'd rather tell somebody something in a way that they would understand it than be like using words that don't make sense.
Kind of just like talking to a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm like, John's really good now at shouting, get the B-roll at me. That's improved.
No, because I do it as well on my camera. But I mean, I think you know the shots you want to get now. Rather than the first couple of vlogs we've done, we watch other ones. We think, oh, we should have got that shot. We should have got that shot. Now we know what we want to get. So we make sure we film it. What's the big help? You know, and like I said, the biggest thing for me is, like we all said, the camera is just a person, just a friend.
Yeah.
And rather than going like really formal with it, you know, this is what we're doing. It's how would I talk to my mate? It would be like, we're doing this now.
I find it less stressful if I don't know if any of you guys do it, but we've got like a calendar. And it might be a bit different because you guys do your vlogs. But like when we're scheduling and like the videos, they're scheduled, so I know what's going to happen. I know what we're planning on putting in there, which is less stress thinking, oh my god, what are we going to film today? So I already know what I'm going to film, so I can have planned for it. I'm ready for it. That is a lot easier, and that's something we've only really mastered the last few months.
The biggest thing that helped us recently, is what you said, is we're what, a month and a half sort of scheduled, and
not like the vlogs, but the like anything we're going to do that we can sit down and do, especially over Christmas.
Yeah, I'm so organized. She texts me and she goes, I just did January, and I'm like, are you serious?
Okay, let me just say one thing about, when I first watched you, John, you hardly talked.
Right.
Really?
Yeah. When your early videos, you were pretty much a silent partner.
But it wasn't really. It was I wanted to
now,
do.
And now it's like you are taking at least half, if not more.
More than half, yeah.
No, it's okay. It's good.
It's good.
We like to hear you and everything. It's just like it's
cool to see how channels evolve.
Because Kelly was the same way. When we first started, Kelly didn't talk. She didn't even want to be in the shot half the time.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, it was, I said, okay, I want to do this. And then he was like, I want to do it too. So it was finding, like, we included you in some videos and then we started planning it together.
And then Kelly gets, you start saying what you have planned. Kelly's like, we got to plan this. We got to plan this. We got to plan this. So we have this calendar all.
I know, because I get planned
written out. And then guess what?
We don't do any of it.
We don't do any of it. We don't take it with us. Nothing. It's it's all on the fly.
Yeah. Chris and Melinda, do you guys feel like you're in transition? Like with your style, your vlogging style, or what you're gonna vlog, or?
Well, I know in the beginning he was always, the camera was like this close to his face talking to everybody, and I was always
look at that face. That's a face everybody love, right?
Right.
Well, unlike Emma, I'm still not comfortable when that camera comes on.
Yeah.
I lose it. I start real good, then I just start losing it, and I'm like, I'm trying to do better, but.
Yeah, especially if I'm not in with him on the videos, I'm like, wow, you're so maltone. Like,
well, I watch Eva Loves Disney. I don't know if anybody knows who she is, but she said in one of hers that when the camera goes on, her whole demeanor changes, and her husband's like, it does.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's what happens. As soon as that camera goes on, I'm not like I am on camera normally.
No, he's
so, and then I love when John says, "Morning."
Because he won't ever do that bit, you know, the welcome back bit. He won't do it because it would take us 700 times just to say hello.
I would forget what we need to say that first bit. So there's no point me doing
But if he doesn't say morning, then he doesn't say anything for about 3 minutes, and it's just me. So he goes, morning.
Behind the scenes.
You're going to be so paranoid at that now.
Is that why your clock is set at 8:45 all the time?
Oh, we just never look at that clock. And then, do you know Dawn and Gary, the Disney grown-ups? Gary said it annoyed him, so I've left it.
Kept it there.
Yeah.
Ever since Gary said that, it's like, I'm not changing it.
It also annoys me.
I got to see the clock in person too. I actually got to go into Em and John's house when I was there last time.
You could just put
It's
back
like taking a picture on this like a film set. It's like, here's the clock.
I have batteries. I could put them in, but I will not do it.
She's done that when her niece came up for a visit. They're like, "Oh, that's where you film at," because you know you had the little thing on the wall and all
they
that.
would watch our video. She would watch our videos while she was in high school, and all of her friends would come around. Oh yeah, this is my aunt. Oh my goodness! And so whenever she'd come up, I would just give her stuff that was in the backdrop. I'm like, here, give these to your friends. Oh really? And I'm like, yeah. So yeah.
That's
yeah,
cool.
but vlogging's made me, I think, come out more out of my shell because I am like in ways.
I get one thing. Okay, I am not politically correct in the least. And we'll be on a live stream and I'll say something and she goes, "What'd you say that for?"
Oh yeah.
And then she's got to reread it. Oh,
and
okay.
there's we'll watch people live and I'll make a comment, just being, and he'll make that I'm like, why did you do that? Oh my God. And they're like, you guys will love it, but really it's me, but I'm just too afraid to say it.
So that in turn has kept me back because I'm afraid of what.
I do have the reins on him and I'm like, please no, don't sit. But now listen to all of you. It's like, I gotta let him go. I gotta let him.
Same here. I was the same way for so long. Like Bob would say something and I was like, I would worry about it for hours.
Every time we finish the live stream, I look at Kelly and go, did I say anything that would offend anybody? Because
I'd be really quiet and he'd be like, what did I do?
Who did I hurt? Whose feelings did I hurt this time?
When Bob and Kelly have done a live stream sometimes, I message Kelly afterwards. I'm like, we're still your friend and you've not upset us. I know that she'll feel like that, so just to let her know.
What I think is funny, a couple of times live streams, like when we got a trip coming up, a holiday coming up, and I might say something that might give it away before we done an announcement.
I'm the worst at that, John, so don't worry. If anybody's going to do it, it's going to be me giving it away.
Yeah. Tom and Paul, do you feel like your style has changed at all since you started your channel?
Since we started, yeah.
Yeah, I think we've gotten a lot more confident, definitely. And I think we're kind of, we probably don't structure things. We probably just kind of press play, press record, and just kind of go with it. We've only really vlogged travel trips. Yeah. We haven't done anything else at home as yet, apart from we've done one trip announcement, haven't we, which we did in the spring, and then we did an unboxing video yesterday really quickly because our Wish Upon Threads box arrived, so we thought we need to get that out there. But yeah, I think in terms of, I think I've stopped kind of putting stuff in that I think is pointless. Another thing you might have noticed since the first couple of series is that I've kind of stopped doing a lot of the music montages, partly because I was sick to death of keeping getting the copyright alerts when we were uploading. I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to try and find stuff that I can use that isn't an issue, and then I'm just going to top and tail it with that.
Even though it was royalty-free music,
yeah,
we were picking sometimes that would change.
Wow.
Yeah.
Suddenly,
we use Epidemic Sounds. I think you do
Academic Sounds.
Mm.
I'm going to make.
I think it's like £10 a month.
Oh, okay.
There's everything on there.
Yeah, and we haven't gotten anything.
Yeah, that's what we use as well, Epidemic Sound, and we haven't had an issue for years.
I think we had one
maybe
since we were doing it, but we're like, wait a minute, but it got resolved.
But you can dispute it, and they'll be like, oh,
yeah. So we have pills for the Epidemic Sounds as well. So
is it epidemic or academic?
Epidemic.
Oh, I put academic.
it's a Swiss
It's
company.
just loads of
Yeah.
teachers going academic style.
But yeah, that's kind of one of the big changes. I mean, I used a lot of stuff from SoundCloud as well, so I used a lot of royalty-free stuff from there, and I found a few artists that were kind of working, and they were pushing music back quite right. But some stuff that at the time was coming up with no issues. Later, we had copyright strikes, didn't we? So I thought, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to try and simplify it. But that's one of the things that we've stopped doing.
And I think we've become more. I think we planned it a bit in the beginning, and the way that we spoke to the camera was a bit more formal and a bit more. A bit more rigid, really, in the way that we spoke to the camera.
And we don't want it
not
to
that
be like
good drunk, we were just drunk.
Oh yeah, we were drunk most of the time.
Some of my best stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I think we've become more natural, where the kind of bits of backbiting at each other we keep in, because it's
kind of becoming who we are, I think, and it's this is where I think, you know, our kind of audience is in the fact that, you know, we are a bit silly, we are a bit daft, and we do take the mickey out of each other. No pun intended. But
I do worry, and I was worried when we first started about what people would think of us, and whether there would be nasty comments, whether people would start making things. I mean, we've had a couple of nasties today, haven't we?
But yeah, I mean, it's
well, that's how you
strange.
made it. When you start getting nasty comments, you know you're doing well.
Yeah, we advertised the channel on a vloggers thing on.
Yeah, and there was a couple of
things that came through that were pretty nasty.
I think it was a new group that I joined or something, but
just block and delete.
Yeah.
And whereas a few months ago, I would have been
Upset,
a little bit upset, and I would have been worried about. But very recently, I've had the kind of attitude: what other people think of me is none of my business.
Yeah.
So I'm not bothered anymore.
Yeah.
I said, do they pay your bills?
Yeah.
Then why are you worried about it?
It's the paying your bills, pay them no mind.
Yeah, if they're paying my bills, then okay, I'm gonna worry about it. If they're not paying my bills, I don't care.
Yeah,
I think we've become more comfortable, haven't we? Definitely. Yeah. Much easier. And as I said, the feedback as well from folk is that they're really enjoying what they're seeing. So, you know, we're not going to change that. And we know that not everyone's going to come to your party. And we know that, you know, not to get kind of hung up if it is that you wake up and see a couple of subscribers have gone and that kind of thing, which is what I was like, oh God, they don't like us. So they don't like us, you know. So it's just,
you lose one and it's like, what?
Oh my God, she would go into a funk.
I would.
You do think that. You do.
Yeah.
You think, did you not spend enough time in the park? Did you not talk on the camera enough? Did you not show enough? Did you not, you know?
Do you know what I think our low subscribers are at the minute? Because we're getting a lot of, and you spoke about it in a live stream a few weeks ago, or a month or two ago, about getting constant people dropping into your DMs. Hello, dear. Had a look at your SEO. Would you need some help and stuff? And all of these people are subscribing to your channel in the first place because they want to get to know a bit about your channel and see if they can sell you. And then when you just tell them no, thank you, your subscribers drop again. Right. So I think it's people coming in and out like that, and then suddenly we lose them, and they're no great loss.
No, and the bots too.
The bots.
And YouTube will do like a bot clean out kind of in the beginning
like
of the month.
Once a month.
So, you know, all of a sudden you lose like 5 or
10.
Or 10. You know, that's the day I want to climb into a hole and just go, no.
I'm gonna talk her off the show.
You know, Emma and I always have a joke. We're like, I'm having a quitting day. I'm gonna quit today.
We're allowed one quitting day a month now.
Yeah, but thank God you don't do it together.
John and I usually have quitting days.
Yeah, John and Kelly have the same quitting day normally.
But it's weird because one day, when the days that you lose 10, and you think, oh, that's a lot, that's 10, you know, and you think, oh, you good old sulk for a while, and you know,
that's it. I'm not doing it anymore.
The next day, sometimes you're back to where you were.
They're back.
So it makes sense. Yeah. So I think now, I mean, I used to really care. I think we all did. Now it's sort of okay. It is what it is. He'll come back. If he don't come back, we get him again somewhere else. It doesn't.
I used to tell Kelly this. I said, don't worry about the subscribers. Worry about watch time.
Yeah.
I said, if our watch time starts to dip, then we're in trouble.
Right.
If our watch time is still consistent or getting better, subscribers are nothing.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what YouTube looks for. Yeah. And all that means is the people who are subscribing to you aren't watching you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
They're just doing it to get you to subscribe to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys know? Do you have more subscribers watching your videos, or the average Joe watching your videos?
Ours is like 50% subscribers.
Because we're more subscribers than anything.
Yeah.
We're more. I think ours is we are more average than
I
subscribers.
think we're about 30% subscribers.
So if we can get
It
people that
depends
watch
on the
this to
video.
subscribe, we'd be alright.
Yeah, it depends on the video, but I think we're the other way.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which means people are watching us and then going, absolutely.
Yeah, but it's that we're getting more views from YouTube recommendations than our subscription feed.
Oh, that's good.
Well-
So YouTube is recommending
Well,
you.
at
That's
least you're
really
getting
good.
recommended.
Yeah,
That's-
that's really
that's-
good. That's really
Yeah.
good. I think that's the key too, is when YouTube starts pushing out your content, that's when you're really, doing well. I think.
Yeah.
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 And then
So what's like your favorite videos to do?
Vlogs.
My live streams.
We love,
I love doing
we like the live streams.
because she can't edit me.
This is our first. We
but
were
this is the first
virgins
one
until
we've ever
tonight.
done.
Oh, yay!
Oh.
Yay! We're gonna be first. All right.
Thank you for breaking that seal on the old webcam.
Were you really scared? Because we're really scared to do one on our own. So we're always like, Bob and Kelly, let's do a live stream. But I wouldn't do it on my own.
I think we'll get there eventually. I think if things go the way we think it's going to go next year,
I just
think
don't feel like I ever
that's
have
gonna
enough
go.
to talk about.
You definitely have enough to talk
Yeah,
about. You just
that's
get
the
on and
thing,
chat.
isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, really.
So you guys haven't done a live stream by yourself?
I think we maybe have done us or Tom.
You guys.
No,
Oh,
you
haven't done.
We
We
did
I know. I
one
got
with
it.
you
I know. I got it.
guys.
one in Epcot, when it was thundering really bad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we didn't really have to say much then. We were just like, oh my God. And we might have done one before, but not very often.
We
It
don't-
doesn't feel as natural. Like doing it together like this feels great and I love it. But it doesn't feel as natural to do it on our own. I would rather sit down and film, I think.
Yeah. However, like I said, if things go next year, that
Yeah,
might.
maybe it's something
know,
we'll
we'll-
do in the new
we'll-
year.
I would love to see you guys do more live streams, Em and John.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I know Chris and Melinda, you guys used to do them.
Yeah.
We used to, yeah.
We
But with
messed
everything's
around,
going on,
yeah.
we don't know where our camera's at. We don't know where our microphone's at.
It's in storage.
Our studio is pretty much gone.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to do a live stream.
Like last week, you were like, we're real vloggers now.
Yeah.
No, the camera goes.
Cameras, yeah.
It's
So,
complete.
Tom and Paul, do you guys think that you will ever get into a live stream?
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
At some point we'll look at it. I mean, we've done Instagram lives and things, haven't we? But we've not done.
It's that fear of, is anybody going to
Yeah, is
turn
anyone
up?
going to watch?
Right.
And then when
And
we
people
get,
who are going to turn up, are they going to talk? Are they going to be? Are they going to keep things flowing?
But
But
then
it's
it's like-
just going to be an hour of us bitching at each other.
Yeah.
But
I
I wonder
that
whether
when
it's-
nobody shows up.
Yeah, that's the
But
danger.
it's like, well, whatever. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the
go
way
with the
we
flow.
look at it is like if even two people show up and watch, if they are watching 30 minutes of your, I mean, we're at an hour and 15 minutes right now, and that went by so fast.
Yeah.
And you just talk and have fun. I mean, I used to worry about the same thing if nobody was going to show up, but
Yeah.
they do.
But you
they
think,
do,
you think
and-
about it, we've had like a consistent like 11 to 15 people watching this whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's like 150
That's,
hours
that's
of watch
awesome
time.
for your watch time.
Yeah. Or 15
So
hours.
thank you
of watch time.
guys.
Yeah,
All
thank you a lot. We
11
love
of you that have been there. Yeah.
But I never have a problem finding something to talk about.
no, I don't know. Part of that's because our jobs. I mean,
Oh yeah, I gotta
you know, we
carry
talk to
conversation a lot of
people.
time.
Yeah, we do. So
Maybe maybe the first one we think about doing, I wonder whether we think about it in the new year and maybe do like a trip announcement video and maybe give everybody because that does give you something to talk about then, doesn't it? You've got plenty of detail to go
Yeah.
through. You shouldn't feel awkward about it. As long as you kind of know when, where, a bit of the ins and outs of what people are going to see on the next vlogs, then that might be a nice starting point because lots of people would perhaps be interested in that, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tom, don't you do travel agency stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trip, you give trip advice.
Yeah, there you go.
How to save money.
What's coming up? What's Disney doing? All that kind of stuff.
how to use your social media to the best, to get
Funnily
better
enough,
deals.
there's been a lot of training recently about people using your social media and with Facebook and Instagram, Reels reels are definitely the big thing. They're driving traffic to all of your socials. What
Just
you
do that comment.
Oh,
Oh, Paul's like,
no, I don't think you will.
Oh,
Absolutely.
So reels and on Instagram and Facebook and stories, they're all driving traffic to people's other social media. They're the big thing at the minute. So I've got like stuff to put out to try and attract people towards the channel, and I've got some things planned. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
that's awesome. So should we, since we try to just keep it to an hour, should we start to I mean, I've loved talking
I'm
to you
having such a
guys.
good
I know, we're
time. I
having
really
an
don't
awesome
care
time.
who's watching it.
I was
right
just
now,
gonna
so.
kind of maybe ask.
I wish I'd got a
Sorry
cocktail.
about you, but I love you all, but you know what? I'm having a great time. This is like, it's not about you, it's about me. It's like, this is the party, and you know, if you guys need to go home, go to bed, fine, go home, go to bed. You know, I can fill in the space myself. It's all good. See, I probably just offended about 1,000 people. Sorry. Sorry. I'm just gonna say sorry.
Sorry. Emma, John, is there anything coming up that you guys want to talk about? Any new?
Yeah, so I think in the new year I'm starting a new channel. I wasn't going to talk about it until the new year, but I'm going to talk right now because I've been preparing for it. It's just going to be me because John hogs all the spotlight. But no, I wanted to talk more about because I read a lot of books and stuff like that, and when I put them on our channel, they get like, to be fair, some of them do get quite a lot of traction, but I find like it's not really doesn't match.
No.
So it's called Books and Hustle. And it's going to be a little bit about side hustles because that's all. Do you know, it really gets on my nerves when people are like, you should do these surveys. And then you sign up to do the surveys and you earn a penny and it's pointless. And so I think it's going to be a little bit of that and a little bit of like books and stuff like that, just somewhere separate to put it. So that's exciting.
That will be good.
I've started work on it. So.
That will be good. We also, I won't say too much now, but we have had a YouTube meeting this weekend.
Me and John.
About where things are going to go, and there's some exciting stuff we'll be talking about that's potentially going to happen really soon.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed. Watch the space. It's going to go in a different, the same direction but different way.
Yeah.
And will be really cool.
I think we're going to try and explore some more of like the castles and the ruins, and because we really like doing those. A lot of people say they really like them, so, and we really like going. So.
Well, that's because we don't see them.
Yeah, we don't have
We
that.
don't have castles.
We don't have that.
No.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's cool to see. That's like when I came over there, that was my first thing. I want to see a castle.
Yeah.
I want to go to a castle, a ruin, whatever. I want to see it. We don't get that.
Yeah.
Here.
And even, just pub life, pub vibes.
I didn't really care about the
life.
I did.
I like it.
Just driving down those roads.
Oh my.
Yeah.
The
Like a
road.
one-way road.
You know what? I would love to. I haven't, been able to do that, but one day it would be cool if we just go driving down those little roads, and I want to react like, holy shit.
I want to see somebody. I want to see somebody take my Dodge Ram 1500 down them big tiny roads.
You'd be in the ditches, one tire in each ditch.
Well, we took a fire engine down a certain near road to us, and both of their wind mirrors was touching the wall. We couldn't get the fire engine, so
Oh my gosh.
What happened?
That's crazy.
There you go, Tom and Paul. Just drive down some roads.
We'll do it.
All the Americans get
The American audience will lap it up.
There we are.
Yeah, for
Totally.
sure.
That's because we don't see that. You guys know, you've been here. You've
I
seen
know.
our roads.
We
They're
went
like
to
huge.
that, we
You
went
could you drive the Virgin boat down our roads.
Yeah, you
they're
could.
huge. So,
We went
it's
to
like,
Old Bordeaux Castle and we were walking around the castle and like 7 of our comments are like, yeah, but was that a one-way road?
Oh yeah.
Because there were 2 cars on it. And we were like,
Hopefully that was the
just
one-way
filmed
road.
40 minutes of the castle. We're talking about
The road. Yeah.
we should drive through the passes.
Oh, yeah, we should.
Oh my God, we should drive through the
mountain
passes here in the mountains. You guys would be freaking
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let her drive. I'll film.
Yeah, because you don't like it.
I'm gonna film with my eyes closed because it scares the poop out of me.
Yeah, you don't like it.
So I think that's it for us.
No, like you said, there's some new things coming, and we're excited about that. We tried to spice it up a bit, and I think there's a lot of things.
We've not spiced it up.
There's a lot of things.
Take it in a whole different
Are
direction.
you gonna whip it
It's
out?
why we edit, John.
It's just going to be a bit different. It's just going to be we evolving a bit. What's going to be good.
Chris, Melinda, anything you guys want to talk about that you got coming up?
We're going to do mostly what's going on around us, since we're not going to be going back to Disney until the end of next year. And plus, with everything that's going on here, it's like, it's so hard to.
Yeah, right now it's hard to. And then also, kind of what I think, well, Emma and John, one of you talking about, we have all these ideas. Oh, we need to film this. We need to go there. And that's as far as it gets.
Yeah.
And so we got to get a book
and start
writing down. We want to go
have
like
a book and
Pittsburgh and all that kind of stuff.
So that's what we're planning on doing in the future. But we're going to try to do what is like least expensive.
Yeah.
So we're two broke mice. So, you got to have that title, and people might want to go do things, but they don't want to spend a lot of money because everything that's going on with the gas prices and all that stuff.
Everything's expensive. Yeah, definitely.
That's where we're going to go.
Awesome. Tom and Paul, do you want to talk about anything you guys have coming up?
Oops. We've got the rest of our August trip to finish off before Christmas, haven't we? So we've got about another 3 or 4 episodes of that, and then that's it before Christmas comes. And then we've just booked 3 nights at Disneyland Paris, haven't we? We're only doing a day and a half at the parks.
Wow.
We're doing that between Christmas and New Year. So we're going from the 28th to the 31st.
Yeah.
Home on New Year's Eve. February, we have a week out, but we're flying into Tampa this time, something a bit different. So we're going on the new Virgin route, which we're excited to try. Yeah. And then we've got a couple of things in the pipeline, maybe for April. We're going back to Turkey in May, aren't we?
Yeah.
But we might actually not do a vlog this time for that, because we might just switch off. And then we'll see what happens in August.
The thing is, when all your vlogs are around travel, and as a teacher, I've got all these set holidays and stuff. YouTube's becoming a very expensive hobby because
yes.
now trying to fill holiday times with trips to different places so that people don't get bored with just seeing the one thing. Like, we'd like to do California, so that we can do Disneyland California and Universal Studios.
If you come to California, please let us know, because it's a quick 2-hour flight for us.
All right, okay. Well, we will. But it's an expensive hobby because we've kind of focused so heavily on travel vlogs, and particularly Orlando and Disneyland Paris and stuff.
Yeah.
So but then the problem is, when you diversify, your core audience are there because of certain vlogs that you do, and if you diversify, you start to not give the audience what they're looking for, which is, I suppose, is what you're saying, Emma, by doing.
I don't know, because we started off all Disney, and I was really worried, like, oh God, we're not, especially over like lockdown. We were like, well, we're never going back to Disney at this rate, So we just started filming whatever. And I think like a lot of the people that were watching Disney are still watching now, and they're just watching for us maybe, or like some people watch and they like the castle stuff, and some people watch and they like, whatever. So I think
we found that too, because I was afraid of that. Our people started watching us because we were doing Disney all the time, but they learned to watch after a while. You do have the Disney audience, but I
feel like most of our people watch us because of us.
And I think you'll find that too over time, that they'll watch you because they like to watch what you're doing, and they follow.
And we may do something that they never thought of, and it's like, wow, that was cool. Maybe I should do that.
Right, because I was afraid of that.
Our Turkey trip series was a bit like that. We didn't film every day. I mean, seeing us around the pool in our budgie smugglers isn't quite great content, but that was interesting.
I was like, I'm not in that.
It's like, bye.
It's a horror movie. Good.
But that got a few views, didn't it? So I totally get that. I totally get that. Is it nearly time to finish?
Tom's like,
I'm
starting to.
He's got to
he's getting a little red.
I'm going to tell you right now, you can say pretty much anything in front of us, and we will be just fine.
This is live.
I
can't
know,
edit it.
We don't wear budgie smugglers. I'm just putting that out there. We do not wear budgie smugglers.
Wait. What are you calling them?
Budgie smugglers.
Speedos.
I'll
Speedo.
Speedo. It's like a banana hammock.
Oh, okay.
That's a new one.
Oh, that's a bit graphic.
That's a new one.
What?
Now the Americans know a banana hammock,
Yes.
and the English ones don't know what a banana hammock is.
Oh, we do.
Never
do
do
now.
We know.
Now we know.
We love you, Cindy.
Yeah,
Come on,
Cindy,
it's
you're
all
so
ready.
Paul has a
Yeah.
pair of, was it silver ones?
I used to, yeah.
Paul had a pair of silver ones. They were not allowed to be worn around any pool where anybody could see.
Nobody would
was
want to see
not-
that.
Oh, that's so funny. So
Oh.
do we want to talk about what we got going on?
Yes,
We
please.
should,
Yeah,
yeah.
why not? Yeah.
Probably should tell
So
us,
we
yeah.
kind of put a hiatus on Disney World
A little bit, yeah.
for now.
For now.
It's like, I'm kind of waiting for them to shake it all out.
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of, it's
Going
not.
through a patch, a rough
It's going
patch.
through a patch,
Yeah.
but this happens.
Yeah.
I've
You're on
been
a
a
break.
big fan of Disney history.
Yeah, we're on a
and
break.
They
yeah.
go through this and then they bring it back together because Disney is just a company that can't stay like this for long.
Yeah, it's-
And so for now, we're just going to put that, to the side, but we are still doing Disney stuff.
yeah. We have a couple more of our Norway cruise vlogs still yet.
Right. And we have a Disney cruise coming up.
Yeah.
And we're going to do one day in the parks just because we have someone new coming with
Yeah,
us
we're
who has
taking-
never been to
Never
Disney.
been to Disney.
Oh.
So this is one of Kaya's friends.
Yeah.
She's in her class and she's coming with us and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, so it'll be fun.
So we get to show somebody new stuff.
Yeah.
And then we're
And
going to be on the Wish.
We're going to be on the Wish,
for 3 days.
the brand new ship.
And then in March, we're going to go to
March, we're going to the
Hawaii,
Alani.
To the Alani.
So that's still Disney.
Still Disney,
It's the Alani.
Disney adjacent
Yeah. And then Kelly's going to Disneyland
in April
with her kids.
my 2 older kids. Yeah.
And then it's just tumbles on from there.
Yeah.
Because
So-
then Kelly and I got a Virgin cruise in July.
We do. The end of June.
The end of June, 1st of July.
Right.
So it goes from her birthday, because Kelly's birthday is on the 30th.
For myself.
So
So yeah, we've got stuff in the pipeline.
we've got stuff in the
It's
pipeline
just
coming up.
taking a while to
Right.
get there.
We
you
still
know?
love doing our Martini Mondays. We love doing those.
Yes.
But we're going to switch it up to Mixology Monday. So it's not just going to be martinis.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
be doing all sorts of drinks. We're going to have a month of mocktails.
Yeah.
So people who don't drink will have something to do.
Yeah. And I just started a new Instagram page just for our drink pictures.
Yes.
Mocktails.
It's like non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic
So
cocktails.
he's questioning
know
why
what
you would
it
do
is.
that.
You're like, wow.
Because of our daughter, when she goes, she likes to, have fun too. And she likes to have a good drink. And, if they just take the alcohol out of it. Some of them are really good.
I know. It's like what we
I just
really
wouldn't
should
waste
do is like
calories
an
on a
alcoholic
mocktail.
version and a
Well,
non-alcoholic.
then this is not for you, Tom.
Hold on, but this is the
But
guy
you-
who drinks gin and coke, remember?
Yeah, not tonight. Are you making them so that you could put a shot of alcohol in them if you wanted to?
You could,
Yeah,
yes.
you can.
definitely.
You can actually put
Definitely.
the alcohol. These are drinks that can
You'd
have
be like,
alcohol
this
in them.
shot's just for you, Tom.
Yeah.
Make it a
Yeah,
double.
so we'll do that. And our Instagram page that I just started yesterday
We came up with this
for just our cocktail pictures is the belly
shot.
shots. The belly shots.
They
So,
look
yeah.
good. I've seen the two.
Who's Belly?
Belly
is Bob and Kelly.
put together.
Oh, all right.
And, it's kind of a play on words because they do belly shots.
Yes, I know. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but we're thinking, Bob and Kelly picture shots, belly shots, but
Belly
it's
shots.
got that
I
double
guess-
entendre.
I guess that's better than Cobb.
Cobb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cobb
Better
shots.
than Cobb.
Gross.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants Cobb shots. No.
All right. Sorry, I'm chewing on ice.
Way to go.
Okay. All right, let's wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap it up. If you guys want to hang out and talk for a few minutes
Yeah,
afterwards,
please
then
stay
just
for just a minute.
hang loose.
Yeah, hang loose. We're gonna wrap up the live stream. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It really means a lot to us. Those of you guys that were in the chat and those Em and John, Krista, Melinda, and Tom and Paul.
And I hope you had as much fun as we did.
we had a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for being here. We appreciate every single one of you guys. It means a lot to us that you take time out of your day to spend with us. So we love you. We will
Yes.
see you soon. And we will say bye for now.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Awkward.